clash of conferences is just moments away. It's the Lions and the Miners, all that and more, coming up next on EA Sports.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, it's the opener of a new NFL season between the Detroit Lions and the Sacramento Miners. With my good friend Charles Davis in the booth, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and the moment has finally arrived, CD. It's time to begin a new NFL season.
Partner, there's no hiding my excitement as I got ready this morning. I could not wait to get here for this game. Imagine what it's like out there on the field for those players, though. OTAs, training camp, preseason, it's all led to this moment when they officially kick this one off to get the season underway.
Set to get this one going. And off we go from the California capital. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. They're led onto the field by the former Cal Bear and the #1 overall pick in 2016, Jared Goff.
And at one point, the ascension of Jared Goff was really, really strong. Back-to-back Pro Bowls, took his team to the Super Bowl and came really within 1/4 of winning it. But since that time, he's had bouts of inconsistency, and that's been the struggle for him as he tries to get back to the form he showed earlier in his career.
And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. Sebastian Joseph Day in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Well, if they have any thoughts of coming in here and getting this road victory, that's not the way to start it out on the first play of the game.
Yeah, one thing you always say when you go on the road, take the crowd out of the game. They actually brought the crowd into it by permitting that sack right out of the gate.
So an early wake-up call there leads to a quick 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Goff under pressure, and they got to him again. The corner blitz gets there as he goes down for a loss of 7. Boy, how about this to start a ball game? That's twice in a row now, Charles, that they get to it.
And how often do we talk about offenses that operate off of a script to begin games? Feels like this defense had their script together on this one, and their script said put the quarterback down and do it fast.
So now following the sack, Goff and the Lions needing to come up with something here on 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Complete. This is Mitchell. 14 yards, but they're still well shy of the first as that leads to 4th down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check-down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get into that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
Here comes the Lions punter now. He'll kick it away after a 3 and out on the opening drive of the game. Let's take it inside his own 40. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and they will take over 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And at quarterback from the University of Oregon, it's Justin Herbert.
And he is just absolutely marvelous to watch throw a football. That's something I could do all day long, watch him throw routes versus air. But he's even more impressive when there are bodies on the field, and he's creating with big throws downfield.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
Here's the first carry for Austin Ekeler, and he's going to be down at the 35, gain of 7. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Herbert. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down. Herbert off of play action. That's complete to Austin Ekeler, the running back. And they'll work this down inside the 30. Well, that's how you use your safety valve, CD. He didn't appear to be the intended target, but they got it to him, and he was able to get just enough to pick up the first.
And what a great example of where we are right now in the NFL, because if you're a running back, you're not just going to carry it. You got to catch it out of the backfield as well. Those combo guys, they're the ones everyone wants on their team.
Play action this time for Justin Herbert. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. That one good for 16 as the drive continues. That catch is number 819 of his career. It ties him with Hall of Famer Steve Largent.
Who did things largely below the radar? Not this guy. 819 catches, that speaks loudly in volumes.
A first red zone opportunity of the new year here as they come up now 1st and 10. Here's Herbert. This will be caught just inside the 10. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 10 more there and another first down.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
A chance for their first points of the season here as it's 1st and goal. Trying to punch it in with Ekeler. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Once more, here's Ekeler. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Austin Ekeler, his first rushing touchdown of the year. And the Miners are on the board here first in the season opener. Well, you've got to like that start on both sides of the football. You force the 3 and out, and then you score on your first drive.
Well, I know someone who doesn't like that start.
Well, yeah, the other side.
Yeah, they don't like that at all, right? This is not the way it's supposed to be. But what you just described, that's team football. All right, when you get a 3 and out, you're supposed to take advantage of it on the offensive side of the ball. You said, thank you very much for getting us the rock. Let's put it in the end zone, and they did exactly that.
Hopkins with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. So that drive goes 8 plays, and it's Austin Ekeler who finishes things off with a touchdown run. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. This will be fielded inside the 5. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Well, in the process of that kick return, it appears we had an injury. Well, fingers crossed here, first quarter of a new season, already an injury. Well, they attend to him, we'll step aside. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10. Now a throw over the middle, and he's got it to start the drive. First carry for DeAndre Swift. And not much room to speak of. He'll get about 3 up to the 41. They'll try and run here with Swift. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Lions with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Goff. He's got his target. That's Zach Pascal. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10, as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now Goff. And it's complete to Mitchell. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. To throw again on 2nd down. Goff. That throw taken in by Jameson Williams. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum, because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Goff. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Zach Pascal from 17 yards out. And the Lions are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. They went empty backfield, all their weapons out wide, so there really was no secret here to what they were going to do.
No secret, but they still had to execute it, and they still had to protect the guy throwing the ball, because oftentimes when you empty the backfield, people bring pressure at you. They managed to hold in there and successfully complete the touchdown pass.
Now comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And he starts his new year off on the right foot as well, as this kick is good. So that drives 7 plays in length, and it's capped off by a touchdown for the Lions. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Taken at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. Perfect start to the season on their first drive last time out, able to find the end zone. Now we'll see if they can make it 2 for 2 here in week 1. They started on the ground with Eckler. And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Out of the gun, Herbert. He'll get this to Eckler. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
Pass interference. Defense.
So the penalty decline, and they will keep the yardage on the completion.
And you could almost see him compartmentalize there throughout the route. Fought hard at the line of scrimmage, a lot of hand checking throughout the route. Great job staying focused on the football and pulling it in through the contact.
Eckler going to get it again on 2nd down. And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. Oh, it's a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and inches.
Still want to be prepared for a pass.
Herbert now. And he will find his man on the outside. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up.
Well, you always hate to see injuries, especially tough here in week one. Just hoping this is nothing serious. We'll take a quick timeout.
On first down, Justin Herbert. Trying to set up the screen, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kaiser White. And the Lions are going to take over at their own 28-yard line.
Well, they were in a great position to take the lead, Charles. Obviously, all they needed was a field goal to do that. They wanted the touchdown. Unfortunately, they're going to get neither.
And you know every offense talks about the same thing each week, don't they, Brandon? They want to end every drive with a kick, whether it's a field goal attempt, a point after the touchdown, or at worst a punt. This time they had that opportunity but didn't get it because you know the field shrinks that close to the end zone, and that allows a defense to tighten up their coverage, and they picked that one off.
After the interception, here's Goff.
He's got this to Williams, complete.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
That's a real nice job right there, working the middle of the field, working against those safeties. And you know, partner, if you get your hips turned the wrong way, big plays can result.
And a big play resulted right there. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Goff. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Back to throw, Goff. Middle of the field, he finds Pascal. And he'll be stopped at the 28 on a play that started at the 14. They pick up 14. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. To the air again, Goff. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number one. On 2nd and 10, Goff.
And this one too low.
That's a big force incompletion there to bring up 3rd and long, and this defense can still salvage a little momentum by forcing them to kick a field goal because just a few plays ago, they looked like they were headed towards the end zone.
He's going to go up top for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
That's a beautiful read there by the safety. It's zone coverage, so he's just going to sit back and watch. He knows he can't get beat deep because he has the end line to protect him. So he can react to everything in front of him, and he makes a great break on the football and comes down with the interception.
Back out comes this offense now late in this first half. And they've got a little over 40 seconds to work with if they want to try to put something together.
After the turnover, here's Herbert. And he's got it. And he lost the football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And into the end zone. A scoop and score on the fumble return for the Detroit touchdown. So this defense clicking early in the year, week one, the return for a touchdown.
The organization made a concerted effort in the offseason to improve this defense. I have to say they like the early returns.
To try here for the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. One more go for this offense in the first half.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. On the screen, this is Eckler. Dancing away at the 35. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. From the 35 on 2nd down, Herbert. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. 3rd and 2, Herbert. Got a man and he hits him in stride. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Again, Herbert. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. The final shot before the break for Herbert. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? And a little floater there is incomplete. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season. So let's take our first trip around the NFL. We'll start up in the Pacific Northwest at Lumen Field in Seattle. And they are nearing halftime with the Steelers out in front. George Pickens, a touchdown reception. From there, we head east to Minnesota to check on the Vikings at home at US Bank Stadium. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Carolina Panthers. Kirk Cousins, 4 touchdown passes in the victory. Finally, let's get down to Houston. Check on the Texans at home at NRG Stadium. And they were victorious in that one over the visiting Jacksonville Jaguars. Davis Mills, 2 touchdown passes as his guys are able to get the victory in their season opener. Time now for a check of the next-gen stats in that first half for the Lions. And even though they've got a halftime lead, they're likely devising ways as we speak to try and get a little more production from their passing game. Meanwhile, for our home team, they too didn't throw the ball as well as they would have liked. And I think both teams would say there's room for improvement in the second half.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. This one fielded at the 5. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. And this offense set to go now to begin the third quarter. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively. Virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now, they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Herbert takes it and just pops it forward. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
That'll go for a gain of 7. And 3rd and 8 now. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on 3rd down. Herbert back to the air. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. The 21 yards there as they convert on third.
Now how about this throw right here? Had to throw it to the left sideline, and you know the timing's got to be correct on this one. Ball's got to be right where it needs to be, and it was. That's because he had great arm strength on that one, able to drive the football. Quarterbacks love it when they can show off their arms.
Running on first down, Eckler. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. 11 more on that one and another first down.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
First down, and they stick with Eckler. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. It's Eckler again. And he'll get about 5 here as he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line. That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 3. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
Here's Dustin Hopkins now to try the field goal. This will be a 37-yard attempt. Hopkins' kick is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10.
So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they're able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold them. Let's get the ball back for us.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
So we get a look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half.
Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10.
At their own 23. Now Goff. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
2nd and 10, 3rd quarter of the season opener. Goff a handoff here to Swift.
And it worked his way across the 30 to the 32.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1.
Here's Goff. It's caught. Mitchell. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It's a 9-yard gain, and it'll keep the drive moving.
They brought in the heavy set on 3rd down, and that usually means running play, but we have seen them throw out of that formation, and sure enough, they snuck the tight end out on that one, wound up hitting him for a first down.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42.
On 2nd and 9, Goff.
On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Goff.
He's got this complete to Williams. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Goff and Williams hooking up there for a Lions first.
Before they can snap it, time runs out on this 3rd quarter of play. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Some good games around the league here early in week 1, and this one's shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a 1st and 10. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep.
Well, they nearly sprung him that time as he takes us all the way down to the 37.
11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
An excellent run there coming from out wide.
And we used to consider these jet sweeps to be gadget plays or something a little bit unusual, right? But now most teams have some version of this play in their playbook. And I think it's a lot because of the receivers that are being developed nowadays. These guys look like running backs even though they're playing out on the perimeter.
They will run straight ahead with Swift.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Here's Goff. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and it's going to be a first down. Well done. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Back to the running game with Swift.
And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. They'll look to make it 3 for 3 on 3rd down conversions. They need a yard here. From the gun, here's Goff. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown.
Amon-Ra St. Brown.
A 5-yard touchdown.
And the Lions are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. But that makes this a 2-score ball game. And, you know, the way this thing has been going, Charles, 2 scores kind of feels like 3 or 4 scores.
Yeah, it's a great observation. It's been a heck of a battle, hasn't it? And points have been at a premium throughout this game. So you have to wonder, is this going to be too much for them to overcome?
That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And the end result, a Detroit touchdown.
Take it in at the 3. And able to get this out to the 25. Here's Sacramento's offense once more. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, you know, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical.
Herbert setting up to throw on first down. Out left, he's got it to Everett. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Here's Herbert. Throwing middle, and it's complete.
And now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. While the medical staff checks on him, we'll step aside in this Week 1 contest.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down.
Herbert. He'll get this out wide to Eckler.
And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. It's a first down on a gain of 10. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agree. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
On first down, it's Herbert. Wide open receiver complete.
And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Herbert on first down now. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
That's a nice catch there. Remember, he had the fumble earlier. No way he was giving up the ball in that situation. Secured it tight to his body and picks up the first down.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Herbert operating from the red zone. And this will be caught by his big wide receiver. Well, following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Coming up on 2nd and 7. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. Now Herbert. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete. Hopkins' kick is good, and that'll make this an 8-point game. So you knew one way or another that they needed the 2 scores. They get the easy one out of the way. Now they'll get the ball back, hopefully.
Yeah, and the question is, how do you accomplish that? Do you onside kick it? Or since you have all 3 timeouts, do you kick it deep? To me, I'm playing field position. With all 3 timeouts, I kick it deep and try and pin them back there.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Detroit's offense ready to take over. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see him take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Once again, it's Swift. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Swift going to try up the middle. And some room to maneuver. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And they take a knee. On 2nd down, Swift. 61 yards on the ground for him so far. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Goff with a kneel down here, and that should put a conclusion to this one. The CD always a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record. But everyone's got to build off of that opener. And how many coaches tell us every single year, you make your most progress between Week 1 and Week 2. We'll see how both of these teams progress the rest of this season.
So for Detroit, hey, you get a win, you get it on the road. You can't ask for much more than that to start the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they